Yo, my people, today we've got a mad one. We're meeting a 23-year-old entrepreneur that generated over £8 million with a unique Airbnb business model. He had no qualifications, no budget, and no experience. And today we're going to find out exactly how he done it. Stay tuned, it's going to be a banger. Guys, how you doing, man?
How you doing, brother?
Good to see you again. How you feeling?
You're good.
Looking sharp, man. You're looking sharp.
Thank you, brother.
What's the plan for today? What are you doing?
Plan for today is we just onboarded a new property around the corner.
Nice.
Hyde Park Muse and other Muse.
So I know we spoke to you before about all the amazing things you guys are doing in Airbnb and the luxury rental business. We'd love to have a quick tour and find out exactly how you became successful. Can we do that?
Of course.
Yeah?
Let's go.
All right, let's go, man. What are you up to this morning, man?
Onboarded a property around the corner, Hyde Park Muse and other Muse. I haven't seen it before. Aiden took it on for us and he's just furnished it. It's time to see what it looks like.
So he's like operations, you're sales.
Yeah. I usually just pick up the properties and I leave it to him.
No, we met a few weeks ago in Knightsbridge.
Yeah.
And so the rent-to-rent business model is quite saturated now, isn't it? Everyone was doing it a few years ago. And I almost feel like, okay, it's kind of a ceiling to how much money you can make. Normally it's around 10K a month, but you guys are doing way more than that.
Yeah.
Where did it all start for you? Like before the business, how did you get into it?
Where it all started was I knew I wasn't going to further education. So around year 9, year 10, obviously, I had a few businesses going already, such as I was selling anything I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
And I was really good at establishing connections with people and relationships.
Okay.
I was a massive people's person. So one night I just went on Google and I looked up my attributes. What can a good salesman get into to make a lot of money, essentially, right? And estate agency and property and real estate was the first thing that kept on popping up. So I said to myself, okay, cool, I'm gonna, study real estate from year 9 to year 11 and hopefully go for an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
By the time my GCSEs ended.
Were you quite good at school? Like, what was your...
No.
You were under smart kids?
No. I was a little shit in school. Until I met Aiden. So it came to a point where obviously where I grew up and my background obviously was way different to Aiden's, and I knew I had to start surrounding myself with people such as Aiden. Aiden was like A-star, top hitter in school, so I just went to him one day in year 11 and said, hey bro, can I join your group? And they looked at me up and down and they said, you know what? All right, cool. Turned around, had a conversation within themselves, said, Michael, you can join, but certain things have to change. Like the group of people that I was affiliated with can't really be, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, took me in, thank you for that.
Hey, it was the best decision we made.
Yeah.
No one expected us to be friends, isn't it? Everyone was questioning.
No, at all, no. We've even gone back to the school to say hello and they've so surprised at me and Aiden visible. He's head boy.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
okay. Oh, you're one of those.
From that point on, understanding that estate agency and real estate was the way for me. Year 11 came, applied for an apprenticeship, lied on my CV to get into the apprenticeship. Based on that, an interview, they took me in. And a few months down the line, from me starting an estate agency, I rented out 2 properties, helped sell 1.
Seems like you always had the entrepreneurial spirit because you didn't have the qualifications to do these jobs that you managed to get yourself in.
Yeah, definitely.
Where do you think that came from, that kind of hustle nature, and everyone hasn't got it?
One, as I said, obviously environment where you grew up, circumstances, seeing certain things at a young age, such as family struggling, yourself struggling, certain things just ignite a fire, which you can't learn, teach, or gain. It's just built into you.
Yeah.
So from that point on, I just knew, the saying, if you don't come from a rich family, make a rich one come from you.
I like that one.
From a very young age, that stuck with me massively. That was my driver.
Okay, cool.
If you're willing to go through the numbers, if you're willing to sacrifice a few years, if you're willing to live below your means, if you're willing to just take no's and deal with it when it comes, then you can survive in anything, to be fair. You just have to adapt to any circumstance. So as you said at the start, it is a saturated market, but if you can adapt to a saturated market and find there's always little gaps. Many things like what we're doing with housing corporate clients in homes, in houses instead of service apartments. If you find these little niches and you make the connections, because obviously life is about who you know and what you know, then you can build something and make something from it.
So a bit later we're going to go into the exact strategies you've used to get to where you are. Before then, tell me like the launch story, your first step in terms of starting your company, how that looked like.
I have an uncle called Frankie, property house buyers. He left Clapham Common, he left the area that I grew up in, and he went down to Kent and he started his restaurant business down there. And see him or speak to him for a few years. One day I was at my nan's house, I stumbled across him and he said to me, hey Max, what are you doing now, etc. I said, just finished school, I'm in an estate agency. What are you doing? He said, I've just signed my 15th deal. Just got my 15th deal for rent to rent. He said to me, come down to mine in Kent this weekend if you want to learn how to actually start a business for yourself in property rather than be an agent for the rest of your life. If you're willing to do it, come down, I'll house you and I'll teach you the game.
So you found a mentor?
Found a mentor, it's my uncle, yeah.
Yeah.
So from from that point on, he sat us down in his basement. I said, all right, cool, taught us the game. He said, we're going to open you a company, which was Trapasso Properties and Hui Properties. So I sat down with him in the basement after like a full weekend of just our brains being filled and pumped with rent-to-rent strategies. Opened the business, incorporated in 2019, November the 5th. And from that point on, he sat us down and made us apply to credit cards. He taught us the credit game as well, which was a massive help. Without the credit game, we probably wouldn't be here right now.
So when you say credit, my heart just goes mad because I had a mad student debt, credit card loan that I took out of uni and I couldn't pay it off, and I've got so many issues from that. I've kind of been scarred with taking out credit. I guess there's different types of credit, isn't there?
It depends how you see it. There's different perspectives on credit. You're given free money. If you can leverage off of free money, why wouldn't you? If the bank is giving you 10K a month, 5K a month on a card, which isn't yours, that you can literally use and invest and make the 5K back and pay it back, why wouldn't you do so to start up your business?
Until you miss a payment, it slaps you on your ass. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
What we were doing is we were leveraging balance transfers.
Okay.
So that's 0% interest balance transfers where you can transfer all your balance to these cards, and then that way you just have to keep doing that minimum payment without incurring any interest.
And you get 12 months and you switch cards.
Exactly.
So that's how you got the capital to start the first, okay?
And it's smart. It's essentially what I believe even, obviously, the top billionaires, multi-millionaires, they're always borrowing against their house, their assets to take extra money out to loan and buy something else.
Okay.
The game is never to use your own money.
Yeah.
If you can obviously use other people's money, especially the banks, to make more money, then they start to love you, they start to gain trust.
So I think so far, the gems are, don't be scared of not having the knowledge initially. Get a mentor to start with.
Yeah.
And then use other people's money to get in. If you haven't got your own money, find other people's.
Don't be scared to take risks. Learn how to manage the risk.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Be able to a lot more.
That's good, man. So for the next bit, we're going to find out exactly how you found your locations and what strategies you use to kind of narrow down your target market. Okay, cool. So before we get into how you find a location, tell me about how the model works, the business. How do you make money?
So we legally take on properties and legally sublet. What you do is when you rent out a property, you sign not an AST, which is an assured short hold tenancy, you sign a corporate let contract. So this essentially means your company is renting off of a landlord and you get the permissions in the contract to be able to sublet and market to corporate clients and use their property as marketing tools for Airbnb portals, portals.
And why would they give you the property, not do it themselves?
A lot of landlords do try and put their properties, take some pictures, throw them on Airbnb and see if anybody bites. But there's a lot more to it because there's a load of competition going on in London. The way your listing becomes a successful listing, you've got to have a management team, you've got to have knowledge of the market. You know, there's a lot of things that you have to put into your listing to make sure it's a successful rental property.
Yeah, they're getting 100 calls a day from people trying to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
How do you differentiate to get those deals?
Quality over quantity. And you can see that on services that we provide, such as we have our own tailored in-house concierge service, tailored to our guests. Rarely any other company lets do this in London, in central London in the UK.
Okay.
So as a landlord, you understand that, okay, cool, I'm giving my property to an actual corporation which are professional, they're smart, they're tidy, they're neat. The people that they're housing are high net worth individuals, which means no parties, it's probably mostly families, which it is. And they're looked after. So anything that goes on in a property, such as maintenance, anything that needs to be done, no headache for the landlord. We take on everything. So we sell that to them.
What is the company turning over? What have you achieved financially with the business so far?
So we're projected to turn over 8 million this year. And we've just been growing so much since last year because we went from going to 1 to 3 beds, kind of doing what other people are doing in London. And then we managed to get a 4-bed house in Westminster, and we really saw what the potential of the London market is into marketing properly with the right SEO tactics. And we were like, let's put all our eggs in that basket and really hit it hard with the luxury market. And it's just been so much success this year.
That's sick, man. So I feel like because of rent to rent, it normally caps at 10K, but you found a market where you can increase how much you're charging.
No, definitely. Definitely, and that is essentially what everybody was scared to do. Think about it like this. A regular rent to rent, you can spend around 10, 15 grand on, start up and build up a portfolio like that. 10, 15 grand you can make on the side, you can save up for a few years from working, the properties we invest in, they're minimum 100k deals. You know, there's rents of 30 grand, which means you put a 6-week deposit down, which is near enough 40 grand.
Yeah.
And then it's like a 3,000, 4,000 square foot house, which you have to put another 50, 60k in for furnishings.
Yeah.
So the deals that we take on are heavily capital intensive. Yeah, it's just bigger risk. It's how far you want to take it, you know what I mean? Bigger risk, bigger reward. And we've taken it to a different level. We understand what's involved, what could go wrong. But that only pushes us to build a bulletproof business model.
Yeah. So it sounds easy, but I'm sure it required a lot of capital, and we'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
Before that, can you tell me what goes into finding like a location? How do you decide, okay, this is the area I want to be in?
It's definitely in regards to the due diligence you look around. So it goes around in regards to obviously popularity. You're going to be looking at comparing listings, how close the train station is, and also it's a lot to do with the property as well. For example, if it's an amuse house, sometimes usually there's parking outside. It's a lot of factors that go in, but the deeper you go, the more amenities the place has, maybe it can be a bit further away from the train station. It depends on also the clientele that's coming in. If it's a proper luxury place that's going to be renting out for 1,000 a night, they probably have their own chauffeurs, own cars and everything, so they don't mind being a bit more somewhere more secluded, like Central Belgravia, maybe a 10-minute walk to the station. Whereas if you're like going for like a 1 to 3 bed flat and you're looking to get started, it's going to have to really be close to TfL, really well connected. So there's a lot of things to consider.
Is there any like particular tools or software you use to find these deals?
So there's one thing that we use called AirDNA to kind of look around different Airbnbs. There's a massive data set for all the Airbnbs and Verbo in the area, in which
Booking.com, Verbo, all the platforms.
You can literally see what the rates are, what the occupancy rates
are.
It gives you a whole in detail analysis of everything. It's really useful.
I mean, that's a good tool, isn't it? A lot of people wouldn't know about that.
It's a great tool, and what you can do from there is you can do your due diligence. You can, what is called a gold mine area. You can choose what properties, what area you want to invest into London, and then you can relate that back to other portals such as Rightmove, Zoopla, and you can start searching for the property that you want to take on as your first property. Based off of the comparatives, based off of the nightly rates, based off of the average occupancy rates, and based on how much money goes into each deal.
I love it, man. And what kind of KPIs do you look for?
So the KPIs is pretty much, we look at amenities. Like for example, if you're going to come to, I don't know, Dubai or something, and your property has a jacuzzi and one doesn't, and they're exactly the same price, which one are you going to go?
Yeah, jacuzzi,
So
obviously.
we look at the amenities, and it just comes down to obviously size as well. And also there's another thing as well with these flats and houses. There's also a feel. You want to have that. That's where you need to go view. You need to go actually see how it feels inside it.
And how many properties you guys got now in terms of like the whole portfolio?
So we used to have 40 plus. It used to be a mixture of 1 to 3 beds and 4 to 5 beds. And then now we've pretty much downsized so that we can really focus on all luxury. So we've sold off the smaller deals and reinvested into luxury deals, and now we have a portfolio of 23 luxury properties.
And that's 4 to 6 beds, which have cinema rooms, jacuzzi, swimming pools, and just to touch on what Aiden said quickly, if you see a property in Dubai, one with a jacuzzi, one not, it's the exact same, but the one with the jacuzzi costs an extra £100 more a night, you're still gonna go for that. It's these amenities that allow you to make the bigger margin. People are, you know what I mean, people are impulsive. You know what I'm saying? So you see a jacuzzi, jacuzzi, they think about straight away, pop a bit of champagne, get some friends in there, mess around, it's hot, it's cold, jump in the jacuzzi, have fun. They don't think about the extra 100 quid a night, they're just thinking about the jacuzzi. So amenities is a massive part of it, like cinema room, swimming pool. They start thinking already, our guest experience now is going to be way better because we have these amenities. It's all about the amenities, which differentiates us from our competition.
And what's funny about that is we notice actually they don't actually use their amenities that much. It's just to have it there. They really we've had a jacuzzi in one of our properties. They only used it once. They will stay for like a month. And it's more of a thing where
it's just a tick box, isn't it? It's like a USP kind of thing.
Exactly. We use one of them.
we use it.
You guys are smashing it, man. So we'll jump to the property and we'll find out exactly more about how you make money in the business, how someone else can replicate your success. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. It's going to be a banger. Right guys, so we're finally here. What area are we at and where are we going now?
We are in Hyde Park, north of Hyde Park. and ran into one of these properties that we've just onboarded.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
It's quite a unique street, isn't it?
It is. A few horses just came by, kind of crapped all over our roads.
It's so random.
So random. But hey.
It's a nice little touch.
Nice
little touch.
Right, here we are, man.
Thank you, bro.
Guys, property is mad. Talk us through it, man. When did you get it?
We literally got it 3 days ago, got into a design it, and after then finished it in 1 day.
Is it?
And you're literally seeing the finished product. Man in a van, 4 people come, build everything in 1 day. And It's really efficient, so we can get it up online really quickly.
Okay, cool. Before we go around, how did you actually get this property? Because it's a nice property.
Just connections. So it's come to a point where we're known in the London market now. Agents call us and they give us stuff like this. Once you build a rapport, once you build credibility and a reputation, you start getting approached yourself by top prime agencies and landlords. The turnover's nice, you know you're trusted and you've got a lovely business model. They call you and say, hey, we've got a property around the corner for you if you want to come and see it from where you've got another property.
Sick, man. So we're talking to someone that's probably just left uni. They haven't really got any money or any experience. How did they get their first property deal?
Okay, so numbers game. Definitely do your research, Air DNA. Look around, look your circle, look around people that you know. Understand the money around you, understand what you can provide to someone who has their money rotten away in their bank account, right? Go on Air DNA, I'd look up the comparatives, the comparables of a certain area, choose an area I'd like to invest in depending on how much money I believe I can get and what's around me. I'll start making the phone calls. I'll call up agents and landlords, go to a load of viewings, meet a load of agents and landlords, even just for a coffee to pick their brain. So build the rapport first. Don't go straight into business when you don't have a business to kind of show for yourself. So from that point on, build the reputation and build the links, build the trust and credibility, and then hopefully you get your first yes.
Yeah, because I actually tried rent to rent years ago when I went to uni. Yeah. But I think I paid £2,000 for this course and I thought, okay, just call people, they're gonna be like, yeah, come take the property. Didn't work out.
Nah, it's not like that.
I was calling people for weeks, got no yeses.
Yeah.
And I just basically gave up. As soon as you say corporate let, they don't want to talk to you.
They don't want to talk to you, and that's part of, don't want to give too much away, but I never mention corporate let, I never mention Airbnb, I never mention holiday let, I never ever do. I don't want to give too much away, but that's where everybody goes wrong. My script is different, it's way different.
You give us any...
That's something.
Go more so along the lines of what my business model is tailored to my own clients. It's not, there's different people coming in and out of the property. I'm housing individuals which I'm not vetting. I'm housing individuals which I don't have too much background on. It's more so this is my company and my people.
Yeah.
That's the most I can give.
Yeah.
But it gives more of trustworthy, okay, cool, my house is safe, he understands the people that are in the property, he's been in business with them for a long time, and he knows how to deal with them.
Yeah. Would you say you found like a gap in the market in terms of like the luxury, larger houses and stuff like that?
Definitely. The way we started, we pretty much was doing a very mid-scale, a very normal Airbnb that you'd find 1 bed with, just normal amenities. Like in 2023, we got this 4-bed in Westminster, and we saw the numbers pulling in. We were like doing 1,000 a night in the summer. And we were like, you gotta do some luxury, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, we've just been scaling.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mad.
That one was crazy. That was the first ever luxury property we got. It was the 4-bedroom with a garage.
Yeah.
We had to put 6 months down in advance for that property.
Your own money, yeah?
Investors money.
Yeah.
But at that point there, we was only dealing with 15 grand, 16 grand, 20 grand deals tops.
Yeah.
This deal altogether was 80K.
Yeah.
So for us, it was massive, and we were just standing outside of the property. We were just looking at each other, I was like, how the fuck are we gonna come off 80 grand?
Yeah.
80 grand deposit or like?
80 grand down, furnishings, deposit, and rent up front.
Yeah.
Whole deal, 80K. And we were just kind of there like, we're gonna do it. Somehow, some way, somewhere. We're gonna get the 80 in, and this is gonna be the first step into luxury rentals and Airbnb.
Because the main thing about it is landlords trusting you, right?
Yeah. And
if you only deal with 1 to 3 beds and you want to take on a 6-bedroom in Knightsbridge, right? What makes you think that they're gonna be able to handle it?
Different league.
Exactly.
But how do you get that credibility before you have your first property?
6 months in a
Oh, you pay it in advance, yeah.
Things like
So the 6 months in advance is essentially the break clause. So it's a year contract, 6 months in advance.
Okay.
You pay the 6 months And on the 4th or 5th month, depending on what you choose, you have to pay the 7th month if you get back on a rolling monthly. If you can't come up with the money, landlord gets to serve notice on you. So by the 6th month, you're out. They've made their 6 months, they're secure, then they just remarket their property.
Yeah.
So that's what a lot of people don't understand. So if you're a person in uni trying to get in the game, have a bit of money you saved up to put down the 3 month or the 6 month to attain that property. You're gonna have to take the hit, but you're gonna recoup the money. You just have to trust the process, I'd say.
You really got to believe in, I guess, do the business model, do your due diligence right. Because it'll make you have confidence in your numbers as long as you execute your market properly, obviously. But,
And you're dealing with people like us in the game. So if you can go there with an incentive and go, you know, Mr. Landlord, Mrs. Landlord, take 6 months, trust me. You're beating 90% of people.
You're beating most people.
Because they don't want to do that.
Okay, so far I feel like the steps you've taken is you found a mentor, you then leverage other people's money to get that initial cash, and then you try to pitch yourself as not directly a corporate let, but something different to kind of get through the door, basically.
Yeah.
Love it, man. All right, so we're going to dive through into the systems and automation stuff in a bit, but first, let's see the property, bro.
Okay, let's go.
So now we're going to go see the gym, we're going to go see the cinema room.
There you go.
It's really cool. 3-bedroom house, cinema room, gym, roof terrace,
garage,
private garage.
Boy, I need one of these, man.
Yeah, a house like this is probably going to be going anywhere from 1,500 to 2,009.
Wow. And how much is this rental in terms of like a normal buy-to-let?
We're renting it out for 12k a month.
12k?
Yeah. So what we're doing, I think one of the big solutions that we propose to landlords and why they love us as well is a lot of people don't have already their own furniture, or they're not willing to put up their own furniture, right? We promise to really furnish it to another level and really add everything, and we move really quickly. So it's really, as Michael said, for landlords, just peace of mind. Right? They move in, they're going to keep it nice and furnished. It's in their interest to keep the property taken care of for our clients. And
they got some cash up front, 6 months, isn't it?
Exactly. Well, to start, but now with the reputation, we don't need to do that.
Okay. Because my initial thing was, what is the selling point? I guess it is you're furnishing it, maintaining it. All the headaches are gone, right? Exactly. If I've got like no money, how do I do this without like a 5k budget or whatever?
You find the money.
Find the deal, the money will come.
Find the deal, money will come. Remember what I said the first time? I said there's people on this planet with money, no time, no knowledge. Time, knowledge, no money. We've been that together, bro. You will make a lot of money.
But yeah, this is a cinema room.
Ooh.
Cinema.
Oh, man.
Projector comes down from there. You got the remote.
I like this.
So you can get nice and cozy with your family.
Okay, so what's the next steps with the property then? How do you...
So now, literally in 30 minutes, we get a photographer, do professional photography. Okay. And then from there, we just put it on our website, put it, push it out to all our clients. We've got partnerships with different agencies, different travel agencies. And, they have curated VIP guests that come to London with, they need a cinema room, they need a gym. We put a property like this, they'll take it for like 2-3 months.
That's it.
Yeah. What we like to do is we like to get market material before. Our furnishing company gives us a CGI package of what the furniture we're going to be using as a brochure. So we market that straight away, 2 weeks, a week before even taking on the property, and we tend to find clients as soon as we onboard the property. And we have minimum, on average, 3-month tenancies with our corporate clients. So straight off the bat, we take on the property. Property's housed, money's made back.
So talk me through the numbers on this. So what kind of revenue are you expecting and what kind of profit margin could you make?
So we're pretty much renting this out for 12k, and after then we're expecting anywhere from 30k upwards.
So you're paying 12k and you're going to 30k?
Yeah.
So I want to find out a bit more about how you get your clients, but let's see the rest of the property.
Yeah, let's do it.
So what's been like your favourite deal so far?
Ooh, what a question.
That's actually a good one.
What a question. Wow.
That's actually a good one.
That is
too many.
I know mine. I think I know Aiden's. Yours is Princess Gate Music.
Princess Gate.
A famous footballer is our landlord for one of our properties.
5-bed right in front of Science Museum. It's in the muse as well. And oh my god, that place has got a cinema room that's like the size of this floor.
This whole floor,
And it goes deep.
Bigger. It's got a bar.
Yeah, like 12 people can fit inside.
And how much are you paying for that?
That one's 13k a month. And we're currently renting out for 30k a month right now.
Shit, man.
So
it's like 100% gross profit.
Obviously there's overheads and all of the other things, but
talk me through what's the kind of overheads?
It would be just your team, your management team, your communications team, concierge team, all of that, ensuring that the guest is taken care of.
And what would you say is like the split in terms of the costs versus your profit? Like what percentage?
It probably takes around anywhere from 10 to 20% off the revenue. So it's actually quite a lot.
So what, you're making like over 30% margin then?
Definitely.
Yeah.
We don't take any properties on unless we know we're guaranteed double the rent as revenue.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
So it's always 100% return on profit. Aiden's managed to find how to diligently, literally scrutinize a property and understand, okay, cool, this is going to make double the rent as revenue and we're going to be able to have fun tokens. That's all, you know what I mean?
Fun tokens. Fun coupon.
Can you give us just one of the techniques, or is it all like top secret, confidential?
No, I'll give you, it's more of a thing where you want to have the philosophy that you want to show, especially on Airbnb, that you're active, good host, right? So you want to always show that you're changing pictures, you're pretty much, you know, tweaking the listing to make it as best as possible. The best thing I've done is automated the whole SEO bits. So I was doing all of it, right? I was, you know, I have to do things every day. And now I've literally got a team of people that do all of it, so that all our properties are SEO boosted and they're always going to be at the top of the listing.
So you'd say the best thing you've done is literally write down everything you've done, create the SOP, a standard operating procedure, and you've given it to our VAs.
Yes.
And around the clock, 12 hours each, which is what they work every day for the whole week. They're just constantly adding new things, understanding how to boost SEO. Yeah. So automating and documenting everything is the best thing you did.
I think definitely one thing business owners don't do, especially at the start, is they don't document.
Yeah.
They're just too busy doing and growing, which is really good.
Yeah.
But documenting yourself along the way allows you to be replaceable and replace the things where you can buy back your time without having to train them up because you've already got all the information there.
That's so true.
I have that just in case anything happens, and let's say like Aiden and I, we both had our appendix burst a few weeks ago. Yeah. We were both out of the game, both of us, 3 days, 3 days apart.
Fuck, man.
Both out of the game. Never in the 4 years we've been running Trapasso Properties have we both been out. Aiden will get sick, I pick up his slack. I get sick, he picks up my slack. Luckily, within that moment in time, when we were both out, the business was still running. We go on holiday, business is still running because standard operating procedures are given to the whole team. Yeah. And there's always someone at the top monitoring and scrutinizing every single employee, ensuring that they do what they have to do at the best level possible.
Yeah. For extra value as well, with this, don't just document it and then leave it as that. Make SOPs to create the SOPs. So whenever, let's say something new happens to the property, right? There's a process for handling that new problem or whatever. Then once that happens and it's resolved, the employees have to add it to the SOP so it builds itself. And then you create an ecosystem where I literally just get reports now of what's been added. Yeah. And I can see the SOP go from 100 pages to 250 pages. I think we have like 300 pages of just straight how the business is run now. And also this is going to help if you're looking for an exit strategy. You're gonna, this SOP's worth a lot. It's pretty much the skeleton of the whole business.
Yeah. That's it, man. I want to get into how you automate this as well, but let's see the rest of the property.
Let's do it.
Cute little bathroom in here.
Wow.
I like the finish on this. Eddie, you like the finish on this property?
Definitely. What did you say? It was Bali-esque.
Yeah.
Especially that other bathroom there. This one's really nice.
I'm in Bali, so I don't know.
This is the master bedroom.
Fucking that's very high.
Yeah. I do like the colour scheme. It's quite.
We try to go for very clean, very minimalistic, contemporary. Appeals to everyone,
There's an ensuite in every room, which is good. And we've got aircon around the whole house, and this is massive when you're dealing with corporate clients. Because most corporate clients, especially in this area that we're in right now, they're Arab, and Arabs love their aircon. No matter what season it is, they have the aircon on full blast.
It's expensive though, isn't it?
Expensive as hell, and it's rare to find a house in London with aircon on the corporate kind of market, which is why we've managed to tap in to a different niche, because the rents on some of these properties that have aircon in each and every room is ridiculous.
Find those little things like USPs, like the air conditioning, or
it goes a long way, man.
It's mad.
It goes a long way, and there's a lot of people in the game who don't take on properties with aircon because they're there like, all right, cool, I'm paying an extra like $3-4 grand a month, just because of the aircon. You need to think outside the box and you need to cater to every single type of clientele when you're dealing with holiday hospitality and accommodation.
What's your strategy for like finding clients? What channels do you use?
At the start or now?
At the start.
At the start, we had a quite different take on the market, because when you're using a channel manager, so what a channel manager is when you can connect, on what platform, booking.com, all the booking sites, right? The problem with that is it raises the booking fees on all the platforms. So for example, on Airbnb, if you just were to host on Airbnb by itself, it'd be a 3% fee on your total booking. Yeah. Whereas if you connect a channel manager to it, it goes up to 15%.
Is it?
So if you've got a £10,000 booking, you're literally raising it by
£1,500.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're losing out on a large margin. So what we've done is we pretty much mastered the Airbnb SEO. We are the top Airbnb hosts. We've got super hosts, you get guest favorites. We basically complete every single stage where the properties are, getting booked out and have the best reviews.
You've done that by having the best assets, and then you've got a team that just focuses on testing things.
Exactly.
Okay. But how do you actually get consistent flow? Because I'm sure it's seasonal and...
Well, I mean, everyone uses price labs. We personally don't. But price labs would be a good thing if you don't have the time and don't have the team to manually change the prices and everything. It does it automatically, and if there's a holiday or raise the prices, things like that. Price labs have their own integrated system. They take in the market data from Millionaire or Airbnb, and after that, from there, they can change the pricing.
Oh, man.
Demand, yeah.
It's generic, it's very good, but I believe a human's knowledge is better than a robot's knowledge. If you can tweak a bit more, you can adjust the price and take more of a risk. The robot won't take a risk. But as a human being, you can take the risk and put the prices higher, so you gain a higher margin, right? That's why we never went for price labs. Aiden just, as I said, scrutinized the market like mental, and literally just jotted down when you should change the prices at what percentage every hour. You know what I mean? So
what time and everything.
Yeah,
that's it.
Come into this room, though, guys.
Let's see the. Oh,
we missed this one.
It's
this
a new room.
Cute one. Yeah, we didn't come into this one. This is where the terrace is. Okay.
Fancy.
Very nice.
This is definitely goals, man.
Yeah.
This in the summer, oh my God.
Banging. Have a little barbecue up here, innit?
Yeah.
How many people would you need to run this, and who are they? What are the roles?
Property manager, we need some VA, concierge service, maybe an errand boy. There's a whole massive team for them. If they want private chefs, if they want spa treatments, it's a whole operation.
Okay, and then where do you find those people, and how do you know they're reliable?
It's about finding people that you can trust and that are reliable. Because there are people that have a good service, but if they're not trustworthy and not reliable, it's never going to be a thing where you can maintain your standard for the client.
You got to be cutthroat.
Yeah.
You got to be cutthroat. You got to be cutthroat.
So do you get referrals to find the actual people, or is it a site?
Those are actually the best kind of recommendations we've had. Whenever we've had someone to refer someone, that means they're pretty much vouching for someone, right?
Okay.
We've have found some people online and everything and inquired and gone to see their services. Yeah. But finding good quality referrals.
Okay, and in this property, how much profit do you think you can make potentially?
Anywhere from 10 to 20k.
And then how much time would it take you to run this property yourselves?
What do you mean by ourselves?
How many hours would you have to put in a month to run this?
None.
Right now, none.
Wow.
We've automated it to the point where the only thing we need to do is go check out the property is all in working order.
And automation comes not only on the management side of things, it's also on the sales side of things. So Aiden does the management, he's the brain of the company, I'm the tongue, I do the sales. It's come to a point where you build a reputation for yourself. You automate your own side of things. I haven't picked up the phone, started dialing in a very long time. I have a team of deal sourcers who actually have my criteria, who just hit the phones like crazy for me, and I paid them a source fee. There's agents that I've worked with, so the whole of London knows our niche criteria. So now it's a point where I get the phone call, hey, you want to come and see this? Instead of us it was me doing the 100 phone calls a day, the 100 viewings, running around the whole of London. So yeah, you can automate the scaling point as well of taking on properties.
Yeah.
So all we kind of do is rock up, see the property we like it, sign papers, boom, done.
That's sick. So the main thing for you is finding the deals?
Yeah, I find the deals, I build the relationships with the agents and the landlords, prime properties in London. And Aiden essentially after that takes it on, and the team plates everything up and ensures that it runs smoothly as a business, because each different property is its own business.
All right, should we see, is that everything? We've seen all the property?
Yeah, that's it.
Much, yeah.
Let's head back downstairs.
Just a garage.
Nah, that's all right. No, that's fine. Guys, property was sick. It's mad because it doesn't look that big from outside. When you come in, it's actually crazy, man. Are you happy with the property?
Always. It always turns out so well.
I want to save the best till last. Is there any, what is the secret sauce to your success? Because you're not an average rent-to-rent business. You've done multiple millions. What do you think is your secret sauce? What makes you different?
Priorities. I'd say so. Priorities. If you get your priorities sorted and understand that you're going to have to do a good 5 years of just being in the dirt, in the field, in the mud, reinvesting every single penny that you make, taking on even more investment, finding out what financial freedom means to you. Your purpose, your why and your goal. And if your purpose and why scares you every morning you wake up and you got a fire, you know, going crazy in your belly every single day, you're gonna forget about the short-term gratification. Humans in general, they just love the short-term gratification, the short-term dopamine hits, you know what I mean? So if you can sit there, understand your priorities and look at yourself and go, I wanna take the business to the top, and understanding that you're gonna have to go through the sacrifices, accept change. Within the midst of that, then you will go to different levels and heights.
It's all about mindset.
It is.
Like, it took us 2 years to get our first property. True belief, that's the secret sauce. There's nothing secret about it. It's just, you need to really believe in yourself and what you want to do and have a clear vision.
So tell me, what is like the future of, first of all, the rent-to-rent business model, and what's your future look like? What are you trying to do next?
Take over the London market, really solidify ourselves, and then from there we want to take this business model and put it into like other capital cities. Like we were thinking about New York, Dubai, other cities where, you know, ultra high net worth individuals come and want these kind of services.
And then just to simplify things and summarize, give me like the step-by-step process of starting your first rent-to-rent business model.
All right, cool. Understand where you're going to invest. Understand where you want to start your business. If
Like say I live in South London, I've got maybe £2,000 in my pocket.
Okay.
What's the steps?
With 2K, what I'd say is at that moment in time, find a criteria, understand the money around you, understand the money that you can collect, and then go ahead and do some market analysis. First things first, find a mentor. Find someone that can guide you through starting up, so you make less mistakes, which will cost you a lot of money, which they went through.
And where do I find a mentor?
Go online.
Yeah.
I'd say really look at the testimonials and really look at the reviews, and maybe even try to reach out to people that have gone on their course. Kind of do as much research as possible. So you can find someone trustworthy and someone that's actually, you know, really doing what they're doing.
Okay, cool.
Next stage, find out where you want to invest. We chose Central. I grew up in South as well. We just looked at each other and said, we're going to go dive straight into Central.
So understand how much money you have, find a mentor, look in your immediate environment.
And thirdly, I'd say start making the phone calls. If you don't have that much time, you said you had £2,000 saved up, you can easily pay £2,000 to a deal sourcer to find you a deal for your criteria. So say you've looked around, your family have 15K, you spoke to them about the business model, you know you got access to 15K, you do your own market analysis, you do your own research.
And where do I find a deal sourcer, would you say?
Facebook is a massive hub for it. You can look up, you can join communities, rent to rent in whatever city you're in, and you see the deals coming in. You send a little message in there with your criteria, and you've got dedicated deal sources that are just finding properties for you. But then again, if you want to make it a business model and you want to dedicate yourself to it and learn the arts of sales and be independent, then you make the phone calls, you go through the knit and grit, you go through the dirt and understand within yourself, you got a backbone within the business.
Okay, cool.
So it's either or.
Okay.
Find your criteria, find your gold mine area, find a mentor, know how much money you have around you, and then from that point on, take on the property. Last
thing, any messages for the audience? Any like the best piece of advice you'd want to give your younger self, basically?
Start even earlier, man. Age does not matter at all. And you know, a lot of people are scared to start at a young age, but it's a very admirable trait when you get into the business world. Keep your goals and your ambitions to yourself. Yeah, that's fine. Be careful who you share with that, I'd tell myself. But tell the world that you're a young, aspiring entrepreneur and this is what you want to do, and just manifest heavy and understand that anybody that can get to where you want to be. It's hard work beats talent every time. So don't worry about the people in the game that have more talent, they learn the game longer than you. Just go hard, go heavy, and things will happen. That's what I'd say.
I love that, man. Where can they find you? What's the Instagram?
Instagram, Michael W. Trapasso.
Aiden_Pierre.
And can they reach out to you for any help if they need?
Yeah, definitely, man, anytime.
Sick.
We'd love to give help.
Guys, go check them out. What a bang of an episode, and we'll see you on the next one.